Hi, I'm Brian, and I constructed this boat shed so I would be able to build a 38-foot Centennial spray inside it. I'm almost ready to start the sailboat. I just have a few more things that need to be finished on the boat shed, and then I'll be able to focus all my attention on the sailboat. Well, a person can never have too much storage, so I'm actually here under my storage shelf, and I'm going to put another level in at this location. So what I'm going to do is rest it on this outside 2x4, and I'm just bringing in a level line. I'll mark that on this support, and then that will give me the length that I need to cut my braces for, and they're 24 inches. I'll go cut the 4 braces for this, and that will give me another level for support. So to install it, all I'm doing is lining it up with the mark that I had. I'm going to put one screw in there because it's being supported by this outside 2x4, which is spiked onto it. And then I'm putting one screw down through this to line up with the brace here. And it won't be able to go anywhere after that. And it'll give me another couple of feet of storage. What I'm hoping that wood storage that I added to the shelf at the back will allow me to do is to neatly organize this pile of material that I have just sort of laying here in the middle of the floor, which will get it out of that floor space, which will free up more area for me to be able to work. So by managing to get this extra shelf here, it's allowed me to put a lot of my material up there, out of the way, so it's not taking up floor space anymore. And it's also allowed me to put my baseboard out here and give me access to it, and that will allow me to finish off the windows and doors and baseboard and all the other little bits and pieces of trim that I need, which is the last job I need to have done before I'm able to start the boat. Well, I had these spray foamed and some of the foam came out, so I'm going to have to cut that back and then I'll be able to put some trim on. And it just breaks off nice and easy. Well, I accomplished a few little things tonight. I got the window casing on, so it's all trimmed out and around on all the windows, upstairs and down, and also on the door over here. So now you no longer see the foam, it's all hid. And let's see what else I did tonight. I got my baseboard here all cut up. Just a bunch of measuring and putting a bunch of cuts on them. A lot of 45s to fit together in the corner. Since I'm not making square corners, I'll make 45s there whenever 2 pieces meet. Well, I'm getting here a step at a time. I'm nailing on the baseboard that I had painted up the last couple of days. So a little bit more trim going on in here, and just a little bit left. So I got my cove molding up against the ceiling, and I also got my cove molding where my 2x10 that supports my rafters right here. I got this cove molding underneath it, and that very small piece that you had seen me cutting fit right in there, and looks really good. I ran my coves down the corners, and I also ran my battens over where the plywood joints are, so the trim up here is all finished now. When I painted them, I did every second step so that I would be able to walk up and let that dry, and I put 3 coats on those steps, and then I painted the other steps with 3 coats also. So I got the stairs all sealed. They look really good, and it's going to help keep them clean. I'll probably end up having to put a coat or 2 on every year just because of the wear and tear with the sawdust and sand that gets dragged in here. Well, there was a couple of other little jobs done, and one of them was that we added this row of strapping. Alan gave me a hand, and we rolled the staging along and put this row of strapping on. And the reason is this is where the plastic overlapped, and it was right in the middle of one of these spans. And as you can see, the weight of the insulation above is pushing the plastic down, and we are just nervous that this tape joint would let go and this would bust open and drop all that insulation down, which would fall down on top of Alan's boat and, you know, create a big mess. So we ran this strapping to help support the load. And I thought I was done building, but it was suggested to put a enclosed area underneath my stairs, so I would have a place where I'd have some dust-free storage, and I decided to go ahead with that. So I've bought the material here to do it with. I'll hopefully get to it this weekend, which will be next episode for you, and I'll show you where it's going to be going. So in this corner with my deep freeze and the storage shelves there and that other storage that's there, I'm going to enclose this. I'm going to bring out about 8 feet out from this wall this way, and it's going to line up with this wall this way, so that will give me a nice area. And I'm going to have it decked on top to line up with that floor, so I'm going to end up with a 6x8 deck up top, which I'll be able to sit on and look down on my boat and enjoy my thinking times as I am trying to figure things out. So I received an electronic version of the plans for the boat, and I decided to print a number of them off, so they finally arrived. So let's have a look at them. But this is basically what my boat's going to look like. I got the junk rig, and we'll have a look through some of the other plans. So this is some of the construction details for the boat itself. It's a wood epoxy boat. It is strip planked, as you can see here and here, and then I have 2 layers of 1/8 veneer that go on top of it that give it diagonal stability, and since they're cross-banded against each other, it's like I've got a plywood hull, which makes it really tight and strong. It does have an optional poop deck, which I will be putting on the boat itself. This here is a print of how to lay out my lofting prints, and it lays it out from A, A1 and A2 all the way over to F, F1 and F2. My lofting table is going to be about 12 feet by 18 feet for this boat. Up here at Ray Arsenault's sawmill, it's got a little operation here. We're here picking up my haul material. I can't just leave it stacked like that. What you have to do is space it out and stack it and put stickers between each row. And that'll allow airflow to flow through, which will allow the boards to dry. I also spent some time tonight stacking and stickering my 16 footers here. So they all have a little sticker between them. If you like these videos, please subscribe, like, share, and feel free to leave a comment.